name is Ismael Rivera, and I am currently the president of ATU Local 1596 here in Orlando. It's been my home for the last 13 years, actually, 13 years. It's a great city. You'll enjoy it. There's a lot to do, as I said before. I just want to thank Mr. J. Markle Consulting Group with Jobs for Justice for inviting me here today. Took me some time to accept the invitation, but I'm here, and I thank you for it. Again, it's an honor to be here, and I just want to touch up on the basics of the importance that the ATU International at the local level has with Jobs for Justice here in Orlando and nationwide. I've been working in the public transit sector here for over here since 2004. I worked for New York City Transit for 7+ years. I started with the Teamsters for roadway as a truck driver. I went to drive a truck and they threw me on the docks. So I was a young man back then. I saw the importance of being a union worker. At that time, you just went up there and you had a sign on the dotted line, back in the 80s. And I've been working in the public transit sector here for about 13 years in New York City and Orlando. And if you don't know being a bus operator, people say it's a bus driver. We consider ourselves bus operators. We don't just drive, we operate the vehicles safely from point A to point B as safe as we can. We transport people, you're comfortable, you have a seat, enjoy the ride, and we assure you that you have the best professional operator getting you to where you gotta go. And that's very important. To be able, I'm responsible for transporting hundreds of people, as I said, but drivers like myself in the public sector, we operate a bus for one reason, and that's to be able to make a decent living and serve the community that we live in. To me and most of our members, the ability to retire with a pension is very important to us. Good public sector job, or at least you would think so. For the past 5 years, we have a little situation that's been happening here in Orlando for 5 years. Our local has been fighting to prevent our fully funded defined benefit plan into a defined contribution plan. Their excuses are that the rest of the nation is doing the same thing, but it doesn't mean we have to follow. For many of us, it's about the principle of having every worker to be able to retire with dignity. They say that people don't want pensions. Well, I hope to retire. The reason that I came and drive a bus, or operate a bus, as I would say, is that to protect my future upon retirement, and for my spouse, we have some kind of benefit. So God forbid something happens to me, I know that my wife, my kids will be taken care of, okay? Versus a defined contribution where, here's your money, good luck, spend it wisely, move on. The fight is what motivated me to be the person that I am. When I moved here, to me, growing up in the Bronx, coming over here was a little bit too laid back for me. People just sat there and say, oh, that's the way it's always been, and don't worry about it. Things are so good in New York, why are you here? That kind of mentality. And to me, I'm a fighter. Our union members have hit the streets in protest calmly, called the media, filled up every inch of the negotiation room just to fight back to get a fair contract with a real pension. Right now, they're trying to pretty much divide people like myself against a young worker who just wants to look for his hourly salary for today, not for tomorrow. Give me my money today, let me go pay for that $600 car payment, in the parking lot, but I'll deal with my Acura 2006 and I'll go to work and I'll be just fine. Okay, their mentality is, I don't care about your pension, just give me my money. The fight that I have at the local level is, you know, the authority and a lot of these other people, they're trying to divide us. Again, they're probably doing it nationwide. We can't let that happen. Through all of this, Central Florida Jobs with Justice has been right there in the trenches with us, and I thank you for that. I really do. Their ability to connect with the community, transit riders, and other unions around our bargaining fights has made us that much more powerful. When the company said, well, you know what, we have to pay for these drivers more money, we can't afford it, let's raise the fare. Well, how about just cut some of the salary at the top, too top heavy? We don't need 20 managers to tell me go drive a bus. It only takes one person. I'll give you a quick example. When I drove a bus in New York City, I was talking to a gentleman over here that, you know, I said, you know, we'll go to Brooklyn, 5 garages. I said, okay, I'll pick the best garage that I thought was good for me coming from the Bronx. So I picked Bensonhurst. I was like, wow, that's good. I can deal with Bensonhurst going on. And every line that I drove went to East New York, Flatbush, the Hood, and everything else. So I dealt with it back then, and I still deal with it now. So that didn't stop me from fighting and getting where I'm at today. Right now, the company is looking to raise the fare. Once again, they say, well, you know, we got to pay their pensions, we got to pay their salaries, let's raise the fare. Jobs with Justice at one time came in and they went out with the riders and communicated and encouraged them that, you know, let's not pinpoint the operators and the employees, because the truth of the matter is that they're not raising the fares because they want to pay me. They just want to do it just to do it. And for whatever Jobs with Justice, when I reach out to them and say, you know, this is what the company wants to do, raise their fares, they went out, they engaged with the community, they spoke, and the company just folded, they didn't increase the fare. And just so you know, as of, I believe Friday, they are mentioning to do that again. That is the magic behind coalitions like Jobs with Justice. They understand the urgency behind building solidarity. They understand the importance of what it means to retire with dignity for a guy like me. They unite groups across demographic and sector differences around our shared values of economic justice. And in the case of our union, Jobs with Justice is a vital partner in winning a fair contract with a pension that will remain in place for all future workers. So my job is as a leader, whether it be at the local level, international level. We just came back recently from an international conference in Toronto, beautiful city. And I'm out there to try and educate as much as I could to everybody, especially the young workers, because for way too long they just live for today, not for tomorrow. So with that, I thank you very much. J. Marco, consultant, thank you for the invite.